Hey everybody, still here. We are back on the 59 GMC. I was unaware of how many things just do not fit GMCs, including a steering column. We just finished the vintage air condenser installation, so that's on another video, and that was a boatload of work as it was. But now we got Ididit steering column. Steering column is pretty straightforward. It's the way they mount. The GMC has a relief in the dash that the Chevy just doesn't have. So they sell you Chevy stuff thinking it's going to fit in a GMC. Nope. It's all different. So I'm going to show you how we're going to install this Ididit steering column with the Ididit column drop. So yeah, so we're going to put those three items in the dash. So when I got this truck, it already had a late model GM steering column in it, tilt column. And someone had taken a torch and cutting the dash open, and I never really detailed it because I figured we're putting that steering column back in it until they came up with this Ididit. So I got to go back in and clean up some spots that were left kind of funky from the job before, and I'm going to do that now. On the firewall, it has a POL, Performance Online power brake booster, and under dash pedal assembly. So the two don't jive. The pedal assembly is about 3 inches too short to meet up with the dash, and we're going to have to make a bracket to go from the pedal assembly to the column drop to make everything kind of come together. So it's always something, man. Yeah, this is 59 GMC we're working on. Basically the same as I think all 55 through 59s have the same dash in them. But if you want to put a POL, Performance Online, unit under the dash, this is going to help you with that. Plus we're going to put the Ididit column. We'll show you that. Here we go. So let me go show you the dash, or actually I'm going to show you the column and the parts we have, so we're clear on that. And then I'll show you the dash what we're up against. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the column. It's Ididit. Supposed to be a direct fit for a 55 through 59 Chevy, but of course this is not a Chevy. This is a GMC, and I don't understand why that's so hard for these companies to get GMC stuff. But anyway, we have the Ididit drop right here. It was in the package there, of course. And we have the Borgensen floor mount that's right there, of course. And we're going to mount that with the column in. I got to do some adjustment on the dash to make that work. And then we're going to make a bracket from this to the POL pedal assembly. Now, it didn't matter whether it was a POL pedal assembly or any other ones, master brake, any of those, because they're all going to come to the same place. So at the end of the day, you're going to have to make a bracket to go to connect it to. So you can see there's a pedal assembly up on the dash. So there it is. It's a little dusty. Anyway, so you can see in the dash, someone had, cut it out with a torch and puts a bunch of slag. So I gotta clean the slag off. Then I gotta notch it here. I gotta notch it here so that the piece will bolt actually on the inside, but bolt down clean without crimping on these two pieces here. So I gotta leave a little bit to bolt to here and here. Then when I get it bolt in place, and I'll make a bracket come from here to the column drop to give the firewall strength. Now when I did the firewall, I did it with 16 gauge, so it's pretty tough. But still, you don't want to be pumping it back and forth on your firewall, and you want to have tied into something else. So we're going to tie it to the dash here. So anyway, here we go. I'll check back with you here in a minute. Bye now. All right, so we cleaned up the bottom portion of the dash reasonably well. I'm not going to get in here and get all this stuff, but you're going to see it with the columns in the way. Columns in place there. The column drops in a bolt to each one of these holes on either side. You can't see my finger there. Yep, right, one hole there and hole over there. And then we're gonna make a bracket go from here to the column drop. So I drilled the hole in the floor, or hole sawed the hole in the floor. Now I'm going to go ahead and position the column drop. So I put the hole saw in the hole. That kind of gets everything kind of lined up so you don't miss, have it out of place. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill one hole, put a bolt in it, and then I'm going to come back and drill the rest of the holes. That way you're not getting one off a little bit. That way it makes it much easier that way. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be right back. Bye. All right, so here's the bracket I made to fit from the dash to the pedal assembly. It's got a little jog in it. Gotta come up to it. So anyway, we're putting this into this GMC dash to make this dash fit up to what would be a Chevy pedal assembly. I'm gonna weld it right along here. We'll see after I have it in the dash. We'll get it bolted in, welded, and I'll show you again where we're at. All right, bye now. All right, there it is. There's the Performance Online pedal assembly, and there is a little bracket I had to make to bolt up to the dash. See, it doesn't come anywhere close to meeting to the GMC dash. It's not gonna work. You gotta make that little piece there if you're gonna make it work. There's a column drop it bolts up to, all right? Showed you the little bracket I made earlier before I bolted it in. I was gonna bolt it, but I figured welded would be better, and then I didn't feel like bolting it or drilling holes. So there it is. Yep, if you're gonna put a drop column or a custom column in your GMC, that's what you gotta do is always something custom. Because every manufacturer of these is gonna come out to the same place. They're not gonna go far enough for a GMC. So whether it's Master Brake or any of those other companies, they're all gonna stop that short because nobody makes one for a GMC specifically. So you gotta make your own thing. So there you go, bye now.